welcome to a Worship Wednesday. We're going to have 2 short songs, a short message, some responsive readings, and get you on your way. We often start chapel in the name of the triune God. Usually the speaker will do that, say that. We're going to do it in song form with a song some of you remember from other years. And it's this one. In case you've never sung it, we'll all sing one verse together. So let's all sing one verse together. Go ahead, Natalie. That's our note. Let's all sing verse 1 together. Here we go. Father, I adore you. Lay my life before you. How I love you. We will do that little extra note at the end. Okay. And then you just keep cruising. And the thing about rounds is don't slow down. Don't slow down when there's no piano. It's like someone's got to keep moving. And then we'll do, this is a big group. You're group 1. You're next biggest, so you're group 2. And then we're going to do across from each other for the third group. You go and you keep rolling. This group's going to start. Some of you have no clue what I'm talking about. We'll get it. Was that close? Here we go. Group 1. Father, I adore you. Father. Ready? Father. And then into Jesus. Jesus, I adore you. Jesus, I adore you. Jesus, I adore you. Wonderful. Thank you. All right, let's do some responsive reading. This is from Psalm 37. Trust in the Lord and do good.
Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture.
Take delight in the Lord.
And he will give you the desires of your heart.
The Lord makes firm the steps.
Of the one who delights in him.
Though he may stumble, he will not fall.
For the Lord upholds him with his hand.
Turn from evil and do good. For the Lord loves the just.
And will not forsake his faithful ones.
Open the Lord.
And keep his way.
All right. We'll keep going with this theme today. Unacceptable. My message is very, very closely related to Pastor Snyder's from yesterday. It makes sense for a number of reasons. The first is my part of Luke is immediately after his and still kind of part of the same party. Yesterday we heard about pride and not taking that place of honor in case someone else comes. Today Jesus is going to talk to the host. And so yesterday was pride. Today he's talking to the host about this. Selfishness. I think right now a lot of us could kind of see how those are, two sides of the same coin. And you might be wondering, how could selfishness be connected to a host of a party or a meal? And we'll see that in these verses. Ready? Then Jesus said to his host, when you give a luncheon or dinner, do not invite your friends, your brothers or sisters, your relatives, or your rich neighbors. If you do, they may invite you back, and so you will be repaid. But when you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed. Although they cannot repay you, you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous. So I think in the first part, it's probably a little easier to see how selfishness could be involved. If I throw this party, I invite rich people, I've kind of done them a favor, and then they owe me something. So I think it's a little easier to see in the first part. The next part, if you're just reading these verses, I can understand maybe a little confusion, because when we look at verse 13 in the beginning of 14, there's, if you do this, then you'll be blessed. And we can look at this as like a sort of conditional relationship. If this, then that. If I do this, God will bless us. And if you read it in isolation, I could see how you might think that. If we read it in the context of the whole Bible, we see passages like Isaiah that says all your righteous acts are like filthy rags. So like how do those connect? And I think if we look at the last verse, it makes a little more sense. You will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous. Maybe that's making the connection for you, maybe not. So what's Jesus saying here? I'm pretty sure we've had chapel themes through the years of fruits of the Spirit, fruits of faith, these natural actions that happen because of our faith in Jesus. And that's what's happening here. He's not promising earthly blessings, although those could certainly happen as a result of like hosting a meal and being kind and generous to others. He's saying we're already blessed. We're already blessed through our faith in Jesus, which shows itself in these actions. We're repaid at the resurrection by the faith we have through God, because Jesus already paid the price in full. And while on earth, he was he was a perfect example of service for us. So one of the pictures Pastor Snyder showed yesterday stuck with me because it's connected to my daily life a couple decades ago. He showed the 2D version, the picture. I'm going to show you a 3D sculpture. He mentioned being on a college campus where a cross was put up to remind you where the glory goes. This is put up as a daily reminder for students. Some of you recognize this. Now. So at another Christian college, a place to have a daily reminder. I know some of you are reading the bottom part. You can read the bottom part, it's fine. A daily reminder of this idea of service. And the danger is we could walk past and go, oh yeah, I should serve someone today. And if we're not careful and we're like, yeah, I should serve someone today, we might start to think, like the beginning of these passages, where we're like, well, if I do something, then I deserve some kind of reward for it. And we gotta be careful when we start to think, yeah, God should reward us for what we do. Because when we think in those terms, we often tend to think the best about ourselves. We remember when we were generous, giving, kind. We might forget the times where we were the selfish ones, maybe kind of a selfish sibling, a selfish friend, a selfish teammate. So that's the danger in thinking, oh yeah, I deserve some kind of reward for this. But thank God that he doesn't give us what we deserve based on our day-to-day actions. It's not based on how much I deserve it. It's entirely based on Jesus. It's unconditional. Our closing song is going to act as our prayer. It basically is this message in a nutshell. It shows us what Jesus did for us and what that means for our lives. So you can sing as you feel okay.
Jesus Christ, I think upon your sacrifice. You became nothing, poured out to death. Many times I've wondered at your gift of life, and I'm in that place once again. And I'm in that
Once again I look upon the cross where you died. I'm humbled by your mercy and I'm broken inside. Once again I thank you. Once again I pour out my life. Now you are exalted to the highest place, King of the heavens, where one day I'll bow. But for now, I marvel at this saving grace, and I'm full of praise once again. And I'm full of praise once again.